DJ Ferris.
It's Chicago, nigga.
It's the real one.
Hit me.
Only one that's pulling shit.
Let's get sports talk.
Rivers, first off, yes, it wasn't perfect last year. We saw some bad interceptions and some big moments, and that's plagued him a little bit, towards the end of his career with the Chargers in general, other than 2 years ago when they went 12-4. But I still think, man, he's a hell of a playmaker still. He's still tough and fearless in the pocket and willing to push the ball down the field. And I think that this is the most well-rounded offense he's been a part of in a number of years. It's not.
And he's going to be behind a top offensive line. It's just up to Phillip Rivers to take care of the football. Because last season was a disaster. And that's why the Chargers cut ties with him. Because how he was playing. After that successful season they had before, they thought that he was going to come in and counter that. But he did the opposite and went backwards. And that's why he's in Indiana right now. He got a fresh start, and hopefully he pick right back up and get back to the old Phillip Rivers. It's up to him to take care of the football this season. Because you got an offensive line around you. Then you got T.Y. Hill around you. You got Tambo around you. You got a lot of pieces around you to help you be successful. And it's up to him to take advantage of it.
It doesn't always have to be about him making big plays in the pass game. With this offensive line and, what they did in the draft and running backs and, of course, some receivers that they have on the team that are talented as well already, I look at it as being a better support system around Phillip Rivers, especially with the pass protection and the threat of the running game behind, the big blue wall there. So I get it, and I certainly don't think if I was a head coach or Chris Ballard or anything like that, I don't know if I could have trusted Jacoby Brissett to go into the year the way it looked at the end of the season last year. When he came back from the injury, it was really, really shaky. And I think ultimately that's probably what led Indianapolis to kind of.
Yes. Jacoby was having a good half year. As soon as he got hurt, he went downhill. And the coach saw that and said, this ain't the guy for us. We're going to go find someone. And that's why Phillip Rivers is a coach right now, because they don't trust Jacoby Brissett. After the end of the season he had, they lost all trust in him. You see the GM came out and said it. They ain't got no trust in Jacoby.
Investigating the quarterback market.
But what if he was just still injured, right? I feel so bad for the guy. They started 5-2, and we were talking about what a brilliant move it was for them to extend the contract to Jacoby Brissett, and he's their guy, and they're not going to miss a beat from Andrew Luck to Jacoby Brissett. He suffers the knee injury against Pittsburgh. He misses some time, and then he comes back, and we see a decline, and it's like not even taken into consideration that maybe his knee was still messed up. And I feel like the team didn't take that into consideration either.
Well, no, listen, that's very real. First off, when you do miss time, it's not always easy to just jump back out there. Oh, there's my dog barking. Somebody must be
when you get hurt, it throw your timing off. You're not going to come back and be the guy you was before. It's going to take you some time to catch up to the point that you was having a solid season. And that's what it was. But the NFL or GMs or owners, they don't waste no time. They see you not doing the job that they want you to do. Look what happened. They'll replace you like that. He just had that injury that held him back a little bit, and he tried to get back to what he was in the beginning of the season. Injuries play a part of slowing you down sometimes. And that's what it did to Jacoby. It threw his rhythm off. But owners and GMs don't waste no time. Once they don't see the trust in you, they just put you back in the back seat and let somebody else drive the car.
Walking to the house. But it's not always easy just to jump back in there, and just hit the ground running again and execute on a really high level. It's not. Man, my dog, somebody's barking back there.
Yeah.
But either
Your
way.
barber's coming back. Your check bounced. Your barber's coming back.
Yeah, but I think, again, Mike, at the end of the season, it wasn't just like there was a number of bad throws, bad decisions, missed targets to where I think it went beyond just the normal, oh, he's injured and we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think there was some really perplexing things going on there. And I just remember a few times watching games, too, watching Frank Reich and him sitting there going like, oh, he doesn't know what to call right now because he doesn't trust his quarterback. I just felt like I saw that look on his face a number of times towards the end of the year.
But I think it's possible, Chris, and look, you would know better than I on this, but if you come back from that injury, maybe earlier than you should have, and the injury is affecting you, and your game is starting to dip, and you start to maybe press a little bit more, even if the knee is better, you feel like you're in a rut that you just can't get out of, that nothing is working. What is wrong with me? What is happening here? And the next thing you know, you completely fall apart.
No, I mean, you're exactly right. And I've been there in that situation. Like I said, it is not easy. You're right. Because you come back and there, you probably wasn't 100% healthy. We know you don't get to practice. And all of a sudden you're in a game and you're like, whoa, I'm not comfortable here, let alone I don't feel totally 100%. Oh, man, we've been losing. We got to win this game. I got to start pushing the envelope. And you're right. It could filter into.
It do filter into a lot of things. You start pressing so much because you feel like you have to make that play. Instead of just doing what you was doing before. You don't go away from something that you was doing and then start doing something new, and look what happened. You lost your job. Because you try to come back and do too much, and it hurts you in the long run. Don't worry. Easton got drafted for a reason. Because he might be the future guy for the Colts. Trust me. Phillip Rivers was turning on the football last season. They bring another guy in for a reason, in case a mistake happen again. They gonna go to you because I feel like you gonna be number 2. But at the same time, you just was trying to press so much and it hurts you.
Making a lot of bad decisions or doing stupid things at the quarterback position. I think ultimately what we saw here is, though, a team that Chris Ballard or Frank Reich probably look at and go, we think we're ready for a playoff run. And maybe they view themselves as a Super Bowl contender. And maybe the guy like Phillip Rivers walking in the locker room gives the rest of the team that confidence and credence just to be like, okay, we got a guy.
They do. It's just up to Phillip Rivers to play like the 24 Phillip Rivers that helped the Chargers get to that point. If that Colts get that guy, they can make a playoff run. Because they have a team to be able to make that run and get to a Super Bowl. But it's just up to Phillip Rivers to take full advantage of it. Maybe playing in a dome will help him out a lot more as well. But it's up to him to take full advantage of the team they have around him that's capable of making that jump in the playoffs. It is up to him to not have that bad season he had last year.
That's, been there, done that. Yeah, he hasn't got to Super Bowls, but he's in an AFC Championship game and a lot of playoff games. More of a proven commodity to maybe take advantage of what the team has and give it that little extra confidence that a great quarterback like Phillip Rivers or Brady or Brees can give a locker room.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to